So here, finally, in connection with the bell, finally, somebody made a grammatical error, or a Freudian slip, if you will, and they didn't catch it. Remember I told you the bell is Baal, and Baal is Satan, and Satan is Saturn, and blah, 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 blah. I told you that they used these in the concentration camps, and they threw people in them. So if we look here, all the scientists and witnesses who saw or worked on the bell were murdered. If we go down to the next page, it says the hell was transplanted out of Silcia. It was supposed to be Bell. They made a mistake, because this is what the bell is. Because the bell is Saturn, and the bell is a version of mini-me of what Saturn is. Now, if we look here, it says inmates may have been used as fodder, which means they were just victims or sacrifices to enable the experiments to go forward. Okay, so when we say experiments and fodder, what are we talking about here? What are we really talking about? Well, I will show you, and I've said this before. The Jews always like to use this, and they say, oh, well, the concentration camps were a Holocaust. Here's right out of the Bible. What is the definition? From a derivative or compound of holos, a derivative of kao, wholly consumed sacrifice is a chaos, whole or burnt offering. See Greek holos, which ain't much different than a halo. So we know that the word sacrifice is holocaust, a whole burnt offering. So let's see where it's actually used in the biblical story. So here is the word holocaust used as a burnt offering or a sacrifice. And he said, take now thy son, thine only son Isaac, whom thou lovest, and get thee, offer him for a holocaust, which is what? A burnt sacrifice, upon one of the mountains which I will show thee. So, we know that a holocaust doesn't mean a place where people are thrown together. It means somebody got burned up. Now I'm going to show you a few other things. Because we know that through this grammatical error that the bell is hell. It's a smaller version. And if you're talking about soul power, then you're talking about taking from people what ain't yours. Hang on. I mean, we know what these colors are, right? And this is all this bullshit about we can do this, stop the violence, blah, 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 blah. It ain't about any of that. It ain't about any of that. Because if we look at this, dude's got 2 fingers, right? We know the 2 is Tubal-Cain. We know that goes back to Cain, who killed his brother. And if we go read biblically, that was the very first usage of the word Holocaust, where it said the Lord told Cain and Abel to bring a holocaust unto the Lord. But let's see what's even more interesting about it. You see this here? It's going to give all of this away. See that right there? Let me get a better picture of it for you. See that? See this here? That's a man and a bell. That is a man in a bell. And I bet if I do this, let's just squash it down a little bit more. See the bell? See the guy inside of it? There's something really crooked going on here. I mean, serious, crazy, fucked up shit. This ain't got nothing to do with anything. This is a bell. Who the fuck are they kidding? And what are they saying? Black Lives Matter. They're talking about black matter, because that's what this is a creation of. See the bell? See the guy inside of it? This has all been a big gag. They've been using us for forever. Now, let me show you some things that'll back all of this up. Why would you have electric connection and have a blood spatter? That's interesting. Kind of tells the same story, don't it? Why does the guy who fixes my Volkswagen, remember the video I did a long time ago where he had a Volkswagen, it was red, and it had X45 scraped in the side of the door, and I said, who did that? And he said, oh, kids did it. And I said, nah, no kid did that. Why does he have this picture of a thing that looks like the Nazi bell? It's supposed to be a mock-up of one, but do you see what I mean? That's exactly what that's supposed to be a mock-up of. There's some hokey bullshit going on here, and I mean some serious shit that goes all the way back to Phoenicia, and they've been using this on us for years, starting wars, taking the bodies, doing something with them, because you have to have bodies for this thing. It ain't Invasion of the Body Snatchers. They're doing something. I mean, literally electrically with bodies. It all goes back to the Holocaust, which is a burnt sacrifice. Yeah, it's being burnt up inside these plasma machines, inside the bell. So let's recap. The word Holocaust means burnt sacrifice or offering. It has nothing to do with the place where people are put together in a big camp. The Jews call it a Holocaust. The Nazi bell was used. Yeah, man, these guys are messing around with super high physics. I'm pretty sure that the electrical energy in the person was being somehow used or taken out of somebody in these bells, whatever they are. And I'm pretty sure because of the fall from light, where we're disconnected from the original circuitry, these body or souls are being funneled off somewhere else. There's something really wicked going on here, but it involves science as well as a bunch of hocus pocus. I'm pretty sure this is all the shit the Phoenicians were involved in. Now I'm pretty sure. Here's your hexagram, your hexagon. Here's your circle. This is the in search of the Nazi bell. Whoever made this was trying to put this out without saying it. But if you listen, you can hear, or at least it's been dubbed in to give you the exact truth to what this thing was. that didn't sound real good. That doesn't have anything to do with anti-gravity. That's got to do with extracting energy out of fucking people. You can go watch this yourself. I'll put the link. There's something really, really fucking bad going on here.